What's up, my fellow YouTuber? This is James Lighten Rouge, live from El Paso, Texas. Once again, I'm doing a deck tech on a red green devotion. Um, Pretty much this is a mid-range deck. It's pretty cool. I like it. I'm enjoying it so far. I will be playing this deck on Friday FNM. I'll do another video after the FNM and see how it did. I do need a few cards for this deck, but you know, I have some replacements in for the moment speaking. So as I go through the deck, I'll tell you what cards I need at the moment. Alright, now I'm going to go with the creatures first. I got 4 Elvish Mystics. This is the 1-drops. Like I said, this is a mid-range deck. Either this deck can go 2 different ways. It can go aggro, or it can just go mid-range. But most of the time it does go mid-range. So pretty much, you know, this is a a green heavy deck. So pretty much, it's going to be green heavy. And, Elvis Mystic gives it that extra little wrap that you have, so you could bring like a 3-drop on turn 2, which is pretty cool. Now the next creature I'm going to be bringing out is for Sylvan Caryatids. Now this one here is a defender, has hexproof, and you can add 1 to any color to your mana pool. Now this is actually pretty cool, so it can't be targeted by instances or quill spells or anything like that, so that's pretty cool. And the next card I'm going to be is Voyaging Satyr. Now, I'm really underestimating this card right now. I might take it out, but I'm going to see how it runs for right now. But I really like how you can untap a Lance, so if you have like a Nykthos or something like that, you can just add the Devotion, and this is a pretty heavy green Devotion deck. And the next card is 4 Burning Tree Emissaries. Now, this one here is just like, the Rakdos deck that I was talking about with the Nykthos. This is actually a pretty heavy green deck, and I just used it. So most of the time I used a 2 floating, or I could just bring out another 2-drop with it, and hooah, let's go aggro. Now the last 2-drop is 2 Scavenging Oozes. I don't know, I really like the alternate. If anybody has these for trade, please comment below. But now this Scavenging Ooze actually can get really ugly pretty quick. It can actually be very powerful. And this card is already a powerful card as it is. The next 2 cards is actually the Mistcutter Hydra. Now Mono Blue seems to be really good on the meta, but I'll be running this card because it has the protection from blue, and boom, now I have the Devotion, the Nykthos, and stuff like that, and it's pretty good, and it can't be blocked by blue, it can't be countered, and really this is actually a really good card. I like the Mistcutter Hydra, and Mono Blue can just eat it. And next is the god, Nelia. All other creatures you control have trample and 3 colorless and a green. Target creature gets 2/2, and this is actually a very common card. It gets the monster effect in pretty fast, and Nelia is just a really good god card. I really am starting to like this god. It's actually, other than Falboros, this is actually my second favorite god. And I'm going to be running 4 Polychronos. Got one of the Monsters vs. Heroes, but I really like, the regular Polychronos better. But now this is pretty much my miniature board wiper, and you can get rid of a creature that's actually bugging you. Oh crap, I dropped it. No, I didn't. It's all right there. So anyways, this is why, Polychronos actually does belong in this deck really well, especially the green heavy is going to get the way it's playing, it's going to get really ridiculous in this deck, and hopefully it it does really well this Friday. And I haven't really done too well in FNMs in a while. This is my luck, I guess. I don't know. But anyways, the next card is Alba Colossus. I'm gonna be running 3 of these bad boys. Now I know it's a 5-drop, but that should not be a problem with me whatsoever. But the Arbor Colossus, it can get rid of, stuff like Desecration Demon. It also has reach, so those not even Spectres won't be a big factor to this. But other than that, it's a really good card. And the last one is Warwick. It's highly unbound. Now this one here has Vigilance, Reach, and it attacks each turn as able. Now if you cast a non-creature spell, it takes that per player takes 6 damage. So if they do like Sphinx's Revelation, play a Planeswalker, or Supreme Verdict, whatever, they're gonna take 6 life in the face. And this is actually get really, really good and out of control really quick. So those are all my creatures right now. And I'm gonna go with the Planewalkers. Now I'm gonna be running full Dominate Raids. Now I think about running it down to 3, but I'm not really too sure. This one here actually helps me, get to my creatures really quick. Also, the ultimate is just really ridiculous. Double Strike, Hexproof, Trample, and Heist, and it's just really ridiculous. It's about time, Dominate Raid has been a really powerful Planewalker for quite some time, and honestly, it's actually one of the better Planewalkers in the standard format, and honestly, Dominate Raid is just a hoss. The next Planewalker is 2 Xenagoses. Now, the +1 actually does help you, bring out your big creatures really fast, and also the 0 ability, get a 2/2 Satyr Token with Heist. The -6 ability, I really don't get to pull it off very often because since this is a creature heavy deck, and they usually go for my Planeswalkers instead of my life points most of the time, and honestly, Xenagos is a really good Planewalker. It's not as good as Domri, but it can get out of control as well. And my last Planewalker is Garruk the Colored Beast. Actually, I need one more of these for a fact. Like I said, I'm willing to do a trade, whatever, Now, the Colored Beast pretty much helps you bring creatures to your deck from your hand, and for free you can practically bring a green creature from your hand to the battlefield. And as you can see, all my creatures are practically green. Now I'm going to go with the land base. I'm running 4 Nykthos Shrine Nyx. Now this is pretty much with a devotion, so I can bring out those big creatures a lot quicker. And also, overall, I really underestimated this land. I thought, this wasn't going to be popular. I thought, but I like this card way better than Mutavault any day of the week. And this is actually, starting to become a little bit more popular. But I'm actually borrowing these at the moment, thanks to Raul Pura. Thank you, brother. Appreciate this a lot for letting me borrow these cards. And I'm going to be running 4 Temple of Abundance. The Scry is actually pretty important with this deck because you really don't want to get too much mana flooded. Albuquerque GP, that's all I pretty much did on every freaking round, which is, I guess, happened. I guess it was not my day of playing, and I just pretty much dropped early, but it's alright. Revenge is mine. So, pretty much. So, the next I'm going to be running 4 Stomping Grounds. Oops, I got a mountain in there. 4 Stomping Grounds in here, and pretty much, the red green, and, I think this card is actually, one of my favorite Shocklands. I really like the art on this. It's really nice, and honestly, I wish I can get the original Stomping Grounds, but nobody seems to have them around my area, or they just don't want to trade them, whatever, doesn't bother me. So, 4 Stomping Grounds, and I'm going to be running 2 Mountains. Now, this is a green heavy deck. I really don't need that many mountains. That's why I have, the Temple Bounded and Stomping Grounds full. And pretty much, that's why I have 2 mountains. And the remaining 10 are 10 Force cards. Now, it is a green heavy deck, and green is very important, obviously. So, that's why I'll be running 10 Force. Now I'm going to go with the sideboard. Let me move this stuff out of the way. Now I'm going to be running for Nelia's Disciples. Now, pretty much, like I said, aggro is going to really hurt me quite a bit on this deck, and this 2 colors, green, and a 3/3, and I gain 1 life for each green to my devotion. So this would actually help me quite a bit, and so I could just start turning the game around for those aggro players. And I know I'm originally an aggro player, but it's good to expand the horizons in the game to become, I guess, to become the master. You gotta learn how to learn all 3. Well, technically 4 if you want to count as combo decks, but I tried a combo deck before and it didn't really work out. And the next card on my sideboard is the Wasteland Viper. Now, I really like the Death Touch and the Blood Rush on this, I think Wasteland Viper is actually one of my favorite Blood Rush cards out there in the meta, and it's also a 1-drop for a 1/2, and it has Death Touch, and Death Touch is just really cool. I like Death Touch a lot. And I got 3 Running Oaths. Now, these are here for you control players that are running 3 different colors, like Aspa, American, it takes 1 damage for non-basic land, so that 1 damage does matter. I got 2 Fogs. Now, I'm actually going to take these out because eventually, like I said, I need 2 more Garuks. And I really don't know. This card is actually debatable, and it's actually on the 50-50 side. Fog pretty much prevent all combat damage this turn, and like I said, this is actually a debatable card. And I got 2 more Miscutter Hydras. Like I said, this is for against mono blue matchups. Mono blue or anything that has blue heavy. Miscutter Hydra is actually it can't be countered. Like I said, it has protection from blue. So basically, there's nothing that blue players can do unless they got like a Doomblade or something like that. And the last card is Destructive Rivalry. Now this one here is, it's a green and a red. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Destructive Rivalry deals 2 damage to that permanent's controller. Now this one here is, for like the gods and stuff like that, or let's just say what's really popular now, what's always has been, it's Disenchanted Sphere and stuff like that, and pretty much it's getting really annoying. So guys, this is my red-green devotion deck. Comment, rate, subscribe. Once again, I'm doing a Theros Fat Pack giveaway. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys. Have a blessed night.